Hey, what's up? This is Marcus, and today we'll have a look at one of the games from a Germany versus Japan exhibition match to kick off Pokémon Champions. Germany and Japan have a little bit of a history going up against each other in friendly matches whenever a new game or a new format comes out, and this time was no different. This match was actually the third of the series, and it features German veteran player Barish Akshos, aka Billa, and the Japanese player Anya, who did really well at the 2024 Pokemon World Championships, coming in top 16 there with a Terrapagus team, and they've also done really well at a couple of Japanese nationals before. Now, before we jump into the game, let's have a quick look at their teams. First, let's have a look at the team of Anya, and it is going to be a Mega Floette team that has a couple of twists there. So obviously Floette there with a Calm mindset. This one has Draining Kiss over Moonblast, so is trying to go for a little bit of sustain. And they also have the double Fake Out core with Incineroar and Sneasler, and also get to use Sinistcha with the Hospitality ability so you can keep Floette healthy. However, Floette is not the only Pokemon on this team that can boost. There's also a Garchomp on the team with Swords Stance and Leftovers, interestingly enough. Indicates that this is probably going to be a little bit bulky Garchomp. And then we also have the Choice Scarf Basculegion. I quite like this on this team because it gives you another fast Pokemon next to the Sneasler. By the way, I think this should be Unburden instead of Poison Touch. Well, this was the team sheet that was shared by Anya. But Basculegion also allows you to go for the move Flip Turn. And Flip Turn is really nice on teams like this because it allows you to pivot around with your Incineroar, for example, and then also to get Sinistcha on the board, so you can use Hospitality to heal up your Garchomp and Floette. Now, let's have a look at Billa's team. Coming in with a little bit of a different take there. We also have Garchomp and Incineroar, but the other four Pokemon are different. We have a dual Mega. It's going to be Mega Gengar and Mega Aerodactyl, so Parrish really going very fast there with those two Megas. Of course, Aerodactyl, one of those Megas that doesn't have to go for the Mega right away. You can also just use it as a fast Tailwind Pokemon. And we have the Alolan Ninetales, interestingly enough, there with a Focus Sash. Blizzard Freeze-Dry Encore just here for some Ice-type coverage. Of course, yeah, with Frostlass around, Ninetales doesn't see as much play, but Frostlass, of course, couldn't fit on a team that already has two Mega Pokemon. And then we see Rotom, Garchomp, and Incineroar, just very strong Pokemon that have decent defensive synergy. You also get some offensive synergy. I kind of like this Disable and Encore combination that we have going on between Gengar and Ninetales. Definitely something that can be used to disrupt slower teams. It's going to be very interesting what's going to happen between these two players. Of course, Floette is going to be the Mega of choice here for Anya, and then I think maybe it's going to go up against Mega Gengar, the only Fairy-type resistance here on Billa's team. All right, let's jump into the first game. And it's going to be Incineroar and Floette against Incineroar and Mega Gengar. I think we're having some lag here in this lobby. Okay, I think it's just a delay for the first turn, but now let's have a look here. Okay, Mega Gengar coming out for Billa, and no switches, actually. So if this is a Sludge Bomb into Floette, that would be quite big. Lots of damage potentially early on there. Floette just going for the Mega itself as well. Now, of course, Mega Gengar with a pretty decent advantage in this matchup. And just a defensive play, though, from Billa, going for a Protect here on this very first turn. And Floette uses this opportunity to set up Calm Mind. And yeah, that will make the life of Gengar quite a bit more difficult, because the special defense is really good on Floette. Okay, Incineroar switching out with Parting Shot. And so, yeah, even if this is a Parting Shot into Floette, I think the special defense boost, yeah, Anya can definitely be happy about this. Now this could also be Basculegion joining the field, or Garchomp. Yeah, just Pokemon that can threaten away this Mega Gengar. But yeah, that is already not the best turn. I mean, Billa was probably thinking about a potential switch from their opponent. Okay, actually it's Sinistra going in. Oh, and Parting Shot is also not going into the Floette. So now boosted Floette on the field. I mean, if we have Ninetales in the back, maybe we can do something with Encore, but there is now Sinistra that has Rage Powder on the field. And due to being a Ghost typing, it can also switch out of this Shadow Tag lock. So, yeah, well, if you have 2 special type attackers and your opponent has set up Calm Mind, then that's always a bad feeling. But I trust that, yeah, we can figure out a way here. Interesting take here with this Shadow Tag and then disable an Encore on Gengar and Ninetales. Yeah, maybe Sinistra is just going for Rage Powder and then Flood attacks. But then we could go for a Shadow Ball Blizzard play or something like this. Yeah, and Sinistra should just go down this turn probably. Okay, Ninetales is faster than Gengar and yeah, does good damage onto Sinistra, which I think has a Scissor Spell. And wow, it's a freeze on Floette. Okay, well that is certainly helpful. And disable coming out. Okay, disabling the Rage Powder. Well, this freeze definitely helps. Disable against the Rage Powder. Okay, well, we could have knocked out Sinistra here, but maybe Billa has different plans. Well, this freeze certainly helps, because now we get to Blizzard again, knock out Sinistra, and then go for a Sludge Bomb as well to knock out the Floette. Yeah, and yeah, with this freeze now, I think there's very, very big opportunity for Billa to capitalize. I mean, sometimes there's like freezes where, yeah, it's like on an Incineroar or something that has Flare Blitz anyway, and it does you can't really do too much damage anyway. But this time, nope, Blizzard comes out, gets the knockout on Sinistra right away, and if this is a follow-up Sludge Bomb, which I definitely think it's going to be, then this might also be enough for the knockout. Oh, just barely not. But let's see, Floette is still frozen solid. Yeah, that's great. I mean, like a Draining Kiss onto Ninetales certainly would have been a bit annoying. Now, Choice Scarf Basculegion joins the field, and yeah, I think, well, Last Respect is threatening, but Ninetales can, like, we can go for a Protect and Blizzard play potentially. Or we could switch Mega Gengar into Incineroar. Like, we just need to knock out Floette. And then Basculegion has to lock into one move. But then with Intimidate, I think we are going to be fine. So, yeah. Unless, I don't know, a miracle happens. I think Billa might have turned this one around. It looked quite scary after this turn 1. Where Floette got to set up Calm Mind uncontested. Oh, but Protect on Ninetales. That's interesting. Okay, we're just going for a double Protect. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Okay, we stalled at the Protect, then I think it's totally fine. Okay, Last Respects into Ninetales actually coming out. So now, though, I think we can definitely switch Mega Gengar out into Incineroar and then go for a Blizzard. Yeah, I don't think we want to lose our Mega Gengar here in this spot. And then also Basculegion would be stuck on the field for the remainder of the game if we can get the knockout on Floette this turn. So I really like switching Mega Gengar into Incineroar and going for Blizzard. Let's see if Billa agrees. Yep, there is Incineroar, the Rank Master. There is some Intimidates. Okay, Floette tries to go for the double Protect, but does not get it. Last Respects, yeah. You have to try something if you are in a spot like this, but double Protect failed, and the attempt of Last Respects into Gengar also didn't work out. And there's another freeze as well on Basculegion. Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that Ninetales can do. Get those freezes. Perfect timing as the snow runs out. But now with the frozen, intimidated Basculegion and Incineroar, everything that's left on Anya's side, yeah, I don't think that there's too much of a comeback potential. I mean, I don't know if Billa will try to play to kind of hide their 4th Pokemon. Because, yeah, maybe you want to keep your opponent guessing as to what you thought was going to be the correct Pokemon there in the back. Yeah, I think you can make a case for both Rotom and Garchomp probably. But Rotom, yeah, maybe Rotom is a little bit better. But, well, Ninetales goes for the Protect, and it's just going to be a Fake Out, though. Basculegion, though, is done being frozen. Last Respects into Protect. And Incineroar flinches. So, yeah, I mean, we could just go for a double attack into Basculegion with Freeze Dry. Well, we know that it is choice locked, it's choice scarf, can't protect. It also cannot KO Ninetales because we have the Focus Sash. And so I think, yeah, this looks like a wrap and looks like a game 1 for Billa. There is Last Respects, but not even going down to Focus Sash, and with a Freeze Dry, super effective on the Water type Basculegion. And then, yeah, we can maybe follow it up. Okay, trying to go for the parting shot. Maybe Incineroar doesn't knock out Basculegion, but nope, it is enough easily. Throat Chop gets the knockout, and now this lonely Incineroar can be encored into parting shot, and there's nothing left that Incin can do in this point. And yeah, like that, Billa takes game 1. And yeah, I think even though first turn didn't go so well, overall we got to see that the Mega Gengar and Ninetales combination was putting in some work. Well, the freeze definitely helped on Floette. But yeah, let's see what's happening in game 2. I heard that there was a crazy play happening at some point. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, that is what is the word on the streets. So yeah, we're watching this from Anya's perspective, but of course I will be rooting for my friend and teammate Billa, who will start off with Incineroar and Gengar. So yeah, ready to set up the trap here, and Incineroar and Floette over on Anya's side. So already I would give a little bit of an advantage over to Billa, because yeah, with the Mega Gengar we can definitely get yeah, quite some mileage here against this Mega Floette. Yeah, between the two Incineroars, not too much going on there, but I think just going for a Fake Out into Incineroar and then a Mega on the Gengar, Mega Sludge Bomb into Floette would give Barish a good kind of start into this battle. Of course, you could also predict a switch from Floette, and then you could maybe go for something like a Fake Out and Sludge Bomb into Incineroar if you wanted to get some damage on there, or a Fake Out into Incineroar and Shadow Ball. So quite a few options there. I think Floette, though, yeah, is threatening enough. I would probably just go for the Sludge Bomb, just so you can keep that in check. Let's see there. Mega going on, and no switch out. Floette is staying on the board. And yeah, this could already be a big advantage there for Barish going into this first game. Fairy Aura activating. And no Fake Out at all, just the Sludge Bomb. And it's not quite enough for the knockout, but brings Floette really down low. Floette trying to set up here with a Calm Mind, but I'm not sure how much mileage Anya will be able to get out of this Floette here. Throat Chop hitting into Incineroar. Okay, let's see if it was the parting shot. Getting critical hit here as well. And nope, it's just the Flare Blitz. Wow, offensive double up here from Billa. Taking the knockout here on turn 1, and that's a huge start for the German. And yeah, it's going to give him a big advantage going into this match. The Mega is down. Well, maybe that's how you deal with Floette. I've seen a lot of players talk about how do you actually stop it. Well, maybe that's the way. Just going for the Mega Gengar and the Sludge Bomb right away. But here comes Basculegion, and now Last Respect's already boosted up a little bit. There are no Ghost Resistances on Billa's team, so Last Respect's is going to hit hard. And of course, Water-type attacks also would threaten Incineroar. Yeah, maybe this is a protect the Gengar and hard switch out Incineroar type of situation. You might want to keep Incin around for Intimidate later on. You don't want your Gengar to go down right away. And then next turn, you would have that Ghost Resistance in the Incineroar, so you could switch it in the other slot. Or at least you can play a little bit of a mind game. And it seems like that is also what Billa is thinking about. Bringing in Rotom here in case there is a water type attack up and just the protect. I like that play. But, well, Anya is a little bit in a corner here and has to make a play and is going for one there. Last Respects aimed at Incineroar, going to hit the Rotom hard, but it gets to recover a little bit with the Citrus Berry and followed up by Flare Blitz as well, covering some potential switches there, just doing the most damage. And yeah, great play by Anya, identifying that it is likely going to be a switch and then going for this double target into what was Incineroar. And now, yeah, Rotom though takes it quite well, I would say, all things considered. But now the issue is there are 2 targets for Last Respects. Easily would knock out Gengar, and also I think from this range would knock out Rotom. So I think Boris should probably switch Gengar to Incineroar, and then you can go for an attack with Rotom. But nope, just staying in there, and Gengar is knocked out. Wow, okay. Alright, well, 1 Mega down apiece. Let's see. Rotom not following up with a Thunderbolt either. It's going to be Hydro Pump going into Incineroar, going to deal decent amount of damage. But now Anya gets to Parting Shot out, and yeah, this turn definitely did not go well for Billa at all. Yeah, losing the Mega Gengar there, I really think switching into Incin was probably fine there. But now, well, let's see. Sinistcha is the last Pokemon for Anya, so there is a Fire, Water, Grass core going on for Anya still with those remaining 3 Pokemon. And that, of course, can deal with Rotom quite nicely. And yeah, I wonder, can Anya set up the dreadful Last Respects endgame? And Incineroar now joining the field, but yeah, I think Anya probably can just switch out Basculegion into Incineroar and then make something happen with a Sinistcha. Yeah, this last turn, definitely not what Billa was hoping for, but I think it's still not over. I mean, there's one more Pokemon waiting for Billa in the back that we haven't seen yet. And depending on what that is, maybe it's the Garchomp that could do some decent damage against Incin and also can maybe take on Basculegion, but you have to be really, really precise in an endgame like this against the Choice Scarf Basculegion, because if you take too many KOs and you let this Basculegion get in the right spot, then Last Respects is just absolutely devastating. So Anya wants to get rid of this Intimidate drop, brings in Incineroar for a round of Intimidate on their own. Rotom going for the Protect. As Gacha comes out, okay, so that's a free turn kind of for this Incineroar, but yeah, Rotom could have called this switch out, I think, or maybe even just going for a Thunderbolt was fine into this Incin. Okay, Throat Chop does some okay damage to Sinistcha. But how do you make progress from here? Because now this could be a Fake Out and Gacha. Fake Out into Rotom and Gacha. And while Throat Chop did some decent damage into Sinistcha, not quite enough to knock it out with another one. Yeah, I think this might really come down to what the last Pokemon is on Billa's side. I'm really hoping for Garchomp, I think. But yeah, then again, this Last Respects endgame is really, really looking very threatening. So you need to get a quick KO, which is why I might have liked to see Thunderbolt. Okay, Fake Out actually going into Incin, so Hydro Pump can come out, but it does not connect. Yeah, I was gonna say, getting a KO here is absolutely important for Billa, because then Basculegion has to come out and has to make a choice, has to lock probably into Last Respects, but then it cannot deal with this Incineroar too well anymore. Yeah, well, this Hydro Pump miss, not what Billa wanted to see, but I mean, it's still not over, I think. Yeah, because, well, you can still get the KO now, but of course Sinistcha also has Rage Powder available. So maybe you protect Rotom here and try to go for a Throat Chop. By the way, yeah, look at all the HP that Sinistcha was able to recover there with Gacha. Yeah, it's just so hard to knock out, especially when there is Intimidate around to support it. Yeah, tricky spot. I definitely thought that Anya was on the back foot initially. Oh, it's Ninetales in the back. Okay, well, this has the Focus Sash and Freeze Dry, so can maybe take on Basket Legion in an endgame. Okay, there's the Rage Powder. I think that's alright. Trying to protect Incineroar there from Hydro Pump. Okay, Parting Shot going into the Ninetales means that Basket Legion can come in, and I think you can go for... I kind of want to go for like a flip turn Rage Powder play, but maybe that's a little bit too defensive. Yeah, you need to figure out a way to break this Focus Sash on Ninetales. But Basket Legion is quite tanky as well, so you're able to take at least one, well, exactly one Freeze Dry. Well, the good thing for Billa is the fact that Incineroar is in the back, so you can switch it into Last Respects if you wanted to, which is why I'm thinking about Flip Turn for Anya. Okay, Rotom tries to go for the double protect, fails, and Flip Turn is coming out into the Rotom. Okay, yeah, that was also fine. So, nice attempt there by Billa. But now he's stuck with this Ninetales that had the special attack lowered. And after this fantastic start to the battle, this great Sludge Bomb play and knocking out Floette on turn 1, it seems like Anya may have found a way back into this game. Let's see, maybe some freezes. Blizzard coming out, not doing as much due to the Parting Shot earlier. And now there is more Matcha Gacha. Whew, single target, yeah, doing some hefty amount of damage. And, well, we have the Encore, but also there, I don't really think that there is too much that is going to help. I guess we could go for like a Fake Out and Blizzard play, but in the end game, I think the Choice Scarf Basket Legion is just a little bit too strong here to do anything about this. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, the start looked so great, as I mentioned before, but slowly but steadily, I think the advantage went away, and I think the crucial turn was probably when the Choice Scarf Basket Legion just stayed in, went for the Last Respects, Mega Gengar stayed in, just went down, and yeah, I think Incin switch in was probably the play there. But, okay, that's also something, of course, that Billa now has understood a little bit better. How is my opponent kind of targeting their moves? And now is still trying their best, of course, in this endgame. With Blizzard, I mean, there's always a way to maybe get some freezes. Well, there's one, but that's not the one you wanted. And yeah, okay, with Live Do as well. Yeah, there's just no way to break through this positioning anymore. And Incineroar can just thaw by using Flare Blitz. So yeah, it seems inevitable. I've been saying this now for a couple of turns, but eventually Anya should win this first game. And we will then go into a game 2. Yeah, well, yeah, I think the Mega Gengar is definitely the way to go for Billa. So I liked that approach. I don't know about the Ninetales. Well, we didn't see Garchomp here. Okay, well, there is Encore. Wait. Okay, it does Thaw and goes for Fake Out. Well, since just went for a Protect. Well, can we Encore it into Protect as well? Well, no. Both our Pokemon are definitely in Wave Crash KO range, so like after the snow is over and Ninetales loses the defense boost, so then yeah, I think it's just Wave Crash. But wait, okay. Wait, Basket Legion is switching in. If we called this... Oh, no, okay. Rage Powder to cover. That's fine. Yeah. Nice play, actually. But okay, we did go for the Blizzard, so if we can get another freeze on this Basket Legion... Nope. Okay. Well, yeah, so there still was a chance to get back into this game. Anya there letting themselves get locked into fake out. Nice play by Billa. And then calling the switch out, going for the Blizzard. So he gave himself a chance to maybe get lucky there with a freeze. Even then, though, would have been tough to knock out Incineroar and Basculegion quickly. And so, yeah. Now, finally, Billa throws in the towel, and Anya will win this game. After, yeah, what a turn 1 with a Sludge Bomb and Flare Blitz combo, KOing Floette, but still, Basculegion, Sinistcha, and Incineroar, yeah, managed to come back in this one. Alright, and now we're jumping in, and for this one, the perspectives will be swapped, so don't get too confused, but now we will see the game from Billa's point of view. So we will be seeing the game as the Mega Gengar, and then Anya with the Mega Floette is going to be on the other side. Yeah, had to navigate the lobby there a little bit. Let's see, once again, it's going to be Incineroar and Mega Gengar for Billa. And over on the other side, we have Floette and Basculegion this time. So a little bit of an adaptation now, threatening big damage from Basculegion right away. I mean, in this positioning with the Choice Scarf, you can always just go for the flip turn. Doing some decent damage onto Incineroar, and then repositioning from there. But you could also go for a Wave Crash, so Billa has to watch out for that. And yeah, I mean, you probably want to go for the Mega on Gengar, and do you want to protect? Yeah, I feel like this is already a turn where, yeah, Anya is probably going to go for like a flip turn. But do you want this Floette to be able to go for a Calm Mind? I mean, we've already seen that Floette is able to take a Sludge Bomb even without the Calm Mind. So if you play too passively here with the Mega Gengar, and Floette gets up like 1 or 2 Calm Minds, then it will be difficult to break through it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Billa just went for the Sludge Bomb once more. But let's see there. Basculegion should be the fastest. And let's see, is it going to be Flip Turn, Wave Crash? Okay, just Flip Turn and no Protect from Mega Gengar. So it seems like Billa called it perfectly. And this is probably Incin switching in. Yeah, because it has the option to get itself out there with Parting Shot and also doesn't take too much damage from Mega Gengar. But Sludge Bomb once again into Floette. Wow, and once again hitting it for so much damage. Calm Mind. Perfect targeting once more by Billa. And I think, yeah, this time around he is going to be even more careful against this Basculegion. Okay, Parting Shot coming out. Not the worst. Floette is stuck there at low HP. And so, yeah, I think if we have like a Ninetales in the back again, that's probably decent to bring in. And there it is. And yeah, I mean, Instant just swapped in, so Fake Out is active. Now, I mean, we could just go for a double target into Floette. And yeah, we could go for a double target into the Floette with Sludge Bomb and Blizzard maybe, but then if it's just a Protect and Flare Blitz, this wouldn't be that good. Okay, Protect coming out from Ninetales and from Gengar as well. And let's see. Oh, the Draining Kiss though, targeting into Incin to heal up, and Parting Shot as well into his own Floette to get out of the trap, to get out of Shadow Tag. Anya there styling big times with a double self-target to escape the Shadow Tag lock. Perfectly predicting this double Protect, and now getting to reposition. Wow, if you bring in Sinistcha here, you heal up even more. You have the Ghost typing as well, so you can switch back out next turn and like Protect, bring an Instant, for example. Okay, wow, this is the big plays coming in. And there is the Sinister joining the field. Hospitality going to heal up Floette. And yeah, well, what can I say? What a masterful play by Anya. And well, now it's going to be a little bit more difficult to knock out Floette. Did the Sinister have Life Dew? Because then maybe you could even go for like a Protect Life Dew or Protect Trick Room. So yeah, Billa is kind of forced to go after the Sinister here. And that could give Floette another opening. Now, the special attack was reduced back to neutral from Parting Shot. But yeah, that was absolutely necessary to get out of this positioning. Yeah, and going for another Protect? Wait, what was that? Ninetales just failed another Protect? Did he time out there? Well, that's definitely not good. And Sludge Bomb also not enough to knock out Sinister there, even with his critical hit. And maybe Shadow Ball would have been enough, but oh, did Billa time out there? And Draining Kiss is going to give Floette even more recovery. It's back to full HP. Well, Blizzard can still get the KO on Sinister, and we saw Ninetales move before the Gengar before, if I'm not mistaken. So then we can go for, or we're threatening a Blizzard plus Sludge Bomb play here. So still not the worst positioning, but yeah, maybe Protect and switch into Incineroar is on the table there for Anya. Yeah, this is this is definitely something. I mean, yeah, Floette going all the way back to full HP. Okay, no switches, just the Rage Powder. But wait, if this is a Blizzard and Sludge Bomb, this would be huge. Okay, Blizzard comes out. And Sinister goes down. Okay, so Mega Gengar gets a big opportunity here to hit Floette. It has the special defense boost, but that should still do so much damage. Yeah, nice. Yeah, really good damage on Floette. And the poison, which definitely also helps. Okay, Dazzling Gleam. Oh, doesn't even knock out Ninetales. Wow. Well, the Parting Shot earlier coming in clutch there. And yeah, this is huge for Billa because now, well, Floette is still trapped in. Basculegion can join the field, but now we have two Pokemon that can move before Floette and knock it out. So yeah, Basculegion can only choose one target. And we still have Incineroar in the back. I mean, yeah, I kind of want to attack Floette this turn just to make sure it goes down. Yeah, it already showed that it had another life with this Parting Shot and Draining Kiss play. But I don't want to. I wouldn't want it to get even more Draining Kisses off. So we could go for like a Blizzard and Shadow Ball maybe. Shadow Ball into Basculegion is probably fine. Okay, it's actually Protect on Ninetales. And Protect on Gengar as well. Okay, well, are we going to see another self-targeting to keep this Floette around? Last Respects hitting into Mega Gengar. And Draining Kiss hits Ninetales. Okay. Yeah, that would have been quite funny. Poison, yeah, shouldn't take Floette out, but just one more turn. And, well, Basculegion now is locked into Last Respects. We could switch Gengar into Incineroar, but then, yeah, if Last Respects hits into Ninetales and kind of, I don't know, Draining Kiss or just Dazzling Gleam hits into Incineroar. I don't know if we would want that. Yeah, it's once more, it's one of those Last Respects turns. But, okay, no switches. And this time, okay, Billa gets it correctly. And if this is Shadow Ball into Basculegion, that should be a knockout. And this would be absolutely huge. You don't need to deal with Floette this turn. So there is Shadow Ball, and that's going to be a one-hit knockout. Big KO on Basculegion. This time gets the read correct. And Mega Gengar gets to stay in there. Yeah, Draining Kiss will still deal... Actually, wow, that's a 50 base power move. But still, yeah, Flood gets to heal a little bit from it. But thanks to the poison, should go down in just a couple of turns. And yeah, with this, now down to the last two. Only Incineroar and Flood are left for Anya. While we still have Incineroar and one more Pokemon in the back. Maybe it's that Rotom Wash again. But yeah, this is looking really, really good for Billa. And really good for Team Germany. Okay, there is Incin for both sides coming in. But yeah, I think we can just go for Fake Out into the opposing Incineroar and attack Floette with Sludge Bomb. And there is not much that Anya can do. And Billa should come out on top here. And take this game. Yeah, the Ninetales actually did some decent work in the set. Yeah, against the Sinistcha, and well, Garchomp didn't come to this game or the previous one, but it still was, yeah, probably scared away by the Alolan Ninetales and the threat of Blizzard. And yeah, while they are still thinking hard about this, it is just, yep, Fake Out into Incineroar, even if you're slower, just covering for any other move that Incineroar could make. And then Flood goes down from the Sludge Bomb, and now, yeah, it's just a technicality. And Billa is going to take this one. Yeah, despite this double self-target play, wow, that's definitely one that I will need to go back and watch back again. My Sludge Bomb just barely fails to get the knockout there, but with the poison and another Flare Blitz, presumably, that will be enough to get the knockout. And yeah, this also kind of demonstrated how strong Mega Gengar can be against those Floette teams, as the beautiful Flare Blitz animation is going to be the last one that will be played in this game. And Billa takes it. The trainer lost. Yeah, just being named trainer in-game. Well, the Kangaskhan admirer, Billa, taking it over Anya in this one. And so Billa takes it 2-1 against Anya. And yeah, well, this crazy turn against the double protect, going for the self-draining kiss and self-parting shot, was definitely something I have not seen so far. But yeah, awesome play there by Anya. Didn't work out in the end, as Billa still was able to win this game. But yeah, I'm glad I got to watch that together with you. And yeah, I wonder, have you ever attacked your own Pokemon before in an important moment? I definitely have gone for like a self U-turn or a self parting shot every now and then, but yeah, never the double self attack. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this game. Yeah, and if you want to support my channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and all of that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.